Hi, this is a recipe for sourdough starter donuts, Bomboloni. Super easy, really delicious, and it's a dough that proofs overnight, so you can treat your family to donuts in the morning. 160 grams of milk, 325 grams of flour. I'll have 50 grams of sugar. And I'm really silly because I should have put it straight into my KitchenAid bowl. So that's where I'm going to mix it, so I'm just going to transfer it. I'll have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll have 1 egg. And I'll have 50 grams of butter. It's a room temperature butter, so I'll just cut it up a little bit. It's only because it's easier to combine. I'll add pinch of salt. I'll need 220 grams of my sourdough starter. Very bubbly and 100% hydration. So I fed the starter this morning, but because it's a warm day, it's really working. So 220 grams. I'll measure it. Attach my hook mixture to my KitchenAid. Messy Veronica today. And I'll just slowly let that combine. That's beginning to combine really nicely. But it's a little bit sticky to my liking. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour. And that will do the trick. Now I'll just increase the speed. That's combined well now, and I'll just transfer that to the big bowl and I'll show you the consistency of the dough. You'll probably see it. It's sticky at the moment. It's fine, don't worry. You will use flour to roll it out, and you don't want to put too much flour at this stage because it would make for tough donuts and you want them really nice and fluffy. So this is the dough consistency. If you do this by hand, it's totally possible. Just make sure you combine all the ingredients well, and you'll kind of have to knead by hand. This is my dough that will now proof overnight. I'll cover it with a clean cloth and I'll show you tomorrow morning how it's grown. So this is the next day, about 12 o'clock midday, and the dough for the donuts has grown beautifully. First of all, I just turned on the fryer to heat the oil up. But if you don't have a fryer, don't fear, you can just do it in a pan with hot oil. Just enough hot oil so they can submerge. And I'm going to turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface, and I'm going to flour my hands and work it a little bit so it's pliable. It may feel a tiny bit sticky to begin with, that's okay. There we go. Flour the hands. That's enough working of the dough. It's just so you can bring it together. So so you've got something to work with. Then I take a rolling pin and I roll it out about 1 centimeter thick. So don't roll it out too much, but make sure your surface is a little bit flour so it doesn't get too sticky. And then you can take a cutter. If you don't have a cutter, just a glass will do. And you can start cutting your donuts out. I've got 3 different sizes, so I haven't quite decided what size donuts, so I'll try a few. So I've got 3 different sizes cutters. I'll use the smooth side, not the jagged side. I'll do the big ones first. 2, 3, 4. I'll do 4 big donuts. We'll see how big they'll grow. And then I'll do some little ones in a bit as well. I'll just sort of move them over here onto a floured surface when I cut them out so they don't stick. I will cover the donuts so they don't get dried out. I'll take the little one as well. So I suppose that will give me a lot more donuts. Okay, and I'll do some of the middle size as well, just for sake of science. There. There. Okay, that's great. My fryer is ready, just in time. I'm gonna bring this together a little bit again. Hey, Mommy. Hey, sweetie. I'm making the donuts. It's okay. Right, I'm gonna cover this now. I will put them in one by one, gently. Can you bring it to me, Zoe? I need you to film this for me. Come, alright. I should have already filmed this from the beginning. This is how they sort of start to puff up. But I'll show you with the next one as well. So look, as soon as you put it in, they'll start to puff up. And I'll just check on the other side. No, not quite ready to turn. You're just looking for sort of golden brown color. They take about 2 minutes on each side. More, maybe not quite as much, maybe a minute and a half. Alright. You just need to keep checking. As soon as they're sort of golden brown color, you're there. But my faithful assistant here will just keep filming for me until they are the right color. As you can see, the donuts are starting to turn a nice golden color. Sometimes they kind of flip on you, so you just need to make sure that you fry them on both sides sort of evenly. When you're fairly satisfied with the goldenness of your donuts, then you can just take them out onto a tray lined with a kitchen paper so they can drip. I think this is good. What do you think, Zoe?
Smells delicious from here.
So whilst the other donuts are frying, I'm going to show you a couple of fillings that I got ready earlier on. Don't forget about your donuts, keep an eye on them. I've got caramel custard here inside a piping bag. So I just cooked some custard last night and mixed it with some caramel sauce. And I'll just cut the tip of my piping bag. Just cut a little bit because you don't want too big of a hole for the filling, otherwise it may be runny. And I've got some jam. So we've got some custard caramel, we've got some jammy donuts. As soon as your donut is cool enough to handle, you can just make a incision at the side. Take your piping bag, for example this one being strawberry jam, and push in until the donut is filled. So the little ones are now done. Sort of lovely golden brown color. I think I like the little sizes better, to be honest. The bigger ones are kind of more of a donut, but if you make them little, everyone can try more different fillings. And I think everyone likes trying different fillings. My donuts are happily frying, and these first big ones, they are already cool enough so I can show you the filling part again. So I'll just make an incision with a knife and I'll put the nozzle right in, and then I'll just pipe until the filling starts to come out. And I suppose if you want to fill them more, you could use a wooden spoon and make a little bit more space inside. But I think there's probably plenty of filling in them as it is. There we go. So I've got some caramel, I've got some strawberry, and everyone can choose their favorite. And when you're done filling them, just to make them look super nice, and take some icing sugar and generously dust them with icing sugar. Oh my god, that sounds so good. My mouth is watering. There you go, there's your homemade sourdough donuts. Let me see if I can find a victim so you can see what they look like inside. So I found some victims who will show you what the donuts look like inside. So can you take a bite, please?
That's delicious.
Is it delicious?
It's lovely strawberry filling there.
Jammy donut, lovely. And what about the other one? That's jammy as well.
And then here you've got the custard banoffee one.
Go on then.
You've got that lovely one there.
Yum yum. Swapsies? Go on then. Tell me which one you like better.
I like both. They're both lovely.
Okay, I guess the proof is in the pudding. So easy peasy sourdough donuts. And they're so yummy.